And with this record, I want to speak on a couple of things. This time we looking at it from the art and the spiritual perspective of things, situation, in proportion to the amount of persecution I've been getting in my personal life still. After all this time, it's been the same thing. And so I get bombarded with people still imposing a beast on me. You feel me? Still, they sit there, watch me create my stuff. Random people, and then they constantly throwing, the perspective that these beasts, somehow, is, correlated with my legacy is totally unrelated. I'm a totally separate entity. But, it's just the way that society's culture was, I got actually drafted in time I was born, you feel me, against my will, and certain people had, they had their head on straight, then others they later on would take over. And so, they would take over with evil, and then, you know how that went. Well, first of all, I want to speak on, Victorious. Then I want to talk about how, being Eli, and how I look at, being who I am, you feel me? And then also what people want versus what people want and wish was the situation. You feel me? And I'm going to explain to you how I feel about that. Well, first of all, the Victorious Project was pretty much a display of a brand. It was to show that the Lord's brand, that the Lord had existence and still always have an existence. Aside from tradition, but also, had qualities of mainstream. To show that the Lord is in everything. The Bible even tells you that the kingdom of God is within you. You know what I'm saying? So, this is all, the same kind of situation. It's nothing that, that I didn't already say. I'm being harassed by the structure / celebrities still. They still violate all my rights. Now the only difference is they're being more overt about their presence in my life, but yet the crime, they had brought no end to it nor disrupted it. You feel me? That's the situation. Rather not, they just rise up coats, or they themselves, hide behind coats, in order to justify a 23-year-long situation. So, the situation is still going on, they would not leave my life alone. Now they're saying it's my fame, but they're not doing anything about the crime situation that's been proven. Situation. So it's still compounded. They sabotage my life like this on purpose since my birth. They've been doing it ever since. And now they're even taking credit for it, shamelessly, overtly. So, at this point, I'm pretty sure they understand what's next. I really just got triggered into that. That's how it happens. I always, every time I start speaking facts, they harass me and, words can't express the level of grief. I got no loyalty in the lands, nothing like that, Yeah, it's lonely, you feel me? It's lonely, to be surrounded by, people, but none of, got the same, share that same, the same values, And so that's the situation, Victorious was to display reality. It was a brand, It was like a concept, you feel me? It wasn't something that was meant to be, controversial and all that, But you see how it was turned like that. And that's a perfect reflection of what's been happening the last 23 years, actually. You feel me? It ain't much of Eli's brand as it was the Lord's brand being distorted and appropriated. That's what he mean by his name. It was his brand, and it was being appropriated, and the power of it was used, for other people, and the strength of it was used for other people instead of for him and his glory. You feel me? And that was the situation. Well, yeah, man, structures worship the beast, man. They extensions of the same entity that sent forth the Inquisition back in the Dark Ages. You feel me? They're part of that same branch. You feel me? The structures. Everybody know the Inquisition, when all those, Christians was slaughtered for having the Bible and, things like that. The structures picked up with that. And so that explains an example of why these things happen to me all year, every year. But, my situation still deteriorating. You feel me? They still watching me being goaded and, coerced and, sabotaged, so I be into positions where they can destroy me. I have no fan cams. You feel me? That tells you the situation. It's just like out of this world, man. Persecution. And people disguising it with fame, and they're lying and saying it's fame to further destroy my life. It's not fame. It wasn't fame until the crime got exposed. I'm all over the place with this recording. I wasn't planning on speaking on that, but I be getting triggered. All right, another thing about Eli, man. Yeah, man, I would, you see, man, with this attack that's on my legacy, my name, character, all this stuff been happening for so long. You got so many people that was, so many people that wanted to see the beast, be Eli and things, become Eli. And I gotta say that, if that was possible, I'm not against that, to be honest. You feel me? I'm not against that. I would love, if some of those people could have really been Elijah. You feel me? Because that's what the people wanted to see. You feel me? That's what they wanted versus what reality was. So, I'm with it. I really wish that was possible. But see, the reality of it is the only thing that can happen is people can lie and say things, they can get like a patch of grass and then pour purple paint on it. You feel me? Yeah, that grass is purple. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So the reality of the situation still ain't changed. But if it was a way possible, I'll be like, I'm not against that, man. I wish those people could have really been Elijah. And I just been like a regular, servant of God, that make it to the kingdom. I don't need a lot. You feel me? I would have been all right to make it in. If the grief that I had faced, the crucifixion I went through for existing pretty much was anyway proportional to, it's like, I would prefer to have been, like I would have been all right, I don't need a whole lot, you feel me, to be content, spiritually or physically. I'll be content with my daily bread, whatever the Lord portion was for me. I would have been all right to be a regular servant of God, make it in the kingdom of God, and while they be Elijah with all my talent, and everything, but I would be with that. But the problem is, we got a problem. How do we transfer the real substance of being Elijah to those people? Without lies, but with reality. That's what I'm saying. Like, how do we transfer the torture? You feel me? All of this, the persecution, the life story from 94 to now, the set of circumstances that played out in such a way that would result in my current circumstances in my life to be, sabotaged and deteriorated to the point it is, in every facet of my life. How, and that's a problem. So I'm like, how would we transfer, what I'm saying? How would we transfer the substance of Elias to the people who they would rather have been Elias? You feel me? Because if they find a solution to that, I'm with it. Because I would rather be a regular person, like a regular Christian, a regular servant of God, that had made it in the kingdom. Because Elias is blessed by God in heaven, a lot, like all the way. But there's no real way in the earth that make that happen. It's impossible. To really do it, it's impossible. Now, if they use deception and lies and stuff, it's possible. You feel me? As you've seen, it's been did before. You feel me? But it's not possible in good conscience. You know what I mean? But I'm with them. I'm like, I would much rather some of these guys, whoever they wanted, to have been Elijah. You feel me? I wish. You know, I would love to have been an outsider looking in. Like, good kudos. You feel me? I mean, clapping and shouting. That's what I'm talking about. You feel me? I would love to have been in that position. Then actually, you know, because, I mean, that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? The grief of watching your art being lied on. You feel me? While you creating your stuff. You feel me? You got people, you know, that see their, you know what I'm saying? They see you watching, they watch you creating your content and then attribute it to people who you don't think about and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as a creator and original author and artist, it's no greater pain and suffering than to see the structures and everything the highest you could go in a society doing absolutely nothing to protect your life, your rights, your sustainability, or any other part of your life. You feel me? On purpose, watching these celebs and other people, you know, coercing, trying to kidnap, you know, you into, you know, trafficking and all kind of other things with their knowledge, with the knowledge of the structures, while they do nothing. Or they do the bare minimum about the situation. They keep throwing band-aids on the situation instead of sewing up the wound. You feel me? And that's the situation. They keep throwing band-aids on a knife wound, you know what I'm saying? What, the knife is still in the wound. Like a 12-inch blade. If somebody was stabbed with a 12-inch blade through their arm, it's like what they doing is, instead of removing the blade and then tending to the wound, you feel me? They keep trying to put band-aids around the you know what I'm saying, what a blade and the flesh meat. You feel me? They not doing nothing about the knife. They just keep trying to like bandage up and fix the wound with the knife still in it. You know what I'm saying? For example. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's the most stupidest thing I ever seen. But we see that happening, like, I mean, I don't know, it's crazy. I mean, I would think it would be common sense. Anybody, you know, adopt a major, I think that's like, I don't think you have to have a degree to understand, you know what I'm saying, something like that. You know what I mean? It's probably gonna make it worse. You know what I'm saying? In a situation like that. I don't know, man. It's weird like that, though. But yeah, man, I wish y'all faves could have been Elias. You know, because the grief that you feel day to day, I would much rather, you know what I'm saying, have the zero responsibility they got. You feel me? The zero responsibility or obligation that they have. You know what I'm saying? That they can live in bliss all in wonderment. You know what I'm saying? And do whatever they want with their life. You know what I'm saying? And some people will still get to heaven because God is so good. They don't understand what? I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful. I'm grateful for all God did for me anyway, my whole life, in spite of what I've been through. You know what I mean? But I mean, people need to understand that, you know, it's not like it's my choice. You know what I'm saying? I was appointed by God. And it was a purpose, because if it wasn't, when the beast and everybody else started doing that stuff to me in 94, you feel me, when I was a child, then God would have just took me home right then. You know, he sustained me for a reason. But yeah, man, Eli don't fear no evil, you know, at all. You know what I'm saying? The Lord of hosts, you know what I'm saying, is the strength within me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still getting, like I say, man, I said no. You feel me? Like, some persecutors, like no, I'm not interested in, you know, what's being offered to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, some influential figures, like set up, you know, they got set up artists, you know, some women and, you know, all of that, you know, they no, I'm not interested. I'm good. You feel me? I'm not interested in meeting, you feel me, because of what I've gone through, and I know the content of some people's character. You know what I'm saying? If they'll do something like that to you before they even met you, imagine what they'll do if you were close to them. You know what I'm saying? Or you were friends with them or something. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine being friends with some people, they do this to you without even knowing you. You feel me? And things like that, you know. So I'm like, nah, boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. You know, nah, man, I'm straight. You feel me? I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to meet or do nothing like that, you know, ever. You know, not just because of how my life set up, you know, how my life set up, since it was getting set up since birth, really, you know, position it put me into. But I mean, like, yeah, man, all right, I touched on Victorious and being Elijah, That's some of the main things I wanted to cover in this recording. Yeah, man, my life's sabotaged constantly, man. I'm getting, endless sabotaging. It's crazy, man. Everybody knows, man. I make these recordings all totally different circumstances. That's one of the things about, about my own testimony, really. Because I talk about the attack that was on my sustainability, because it was true. Since way before, my life looked anything like it does now. And the structures had knowledge then of what was going on. They allowed the situation to carry over to where it made my life so messy and controversial like it looked right now. This was intentionally did by the structure through intentional negligence. That already resulted in murder, for one. Not to mention all the unrecoverable intellectual property damages and, other type of things that's already happened that's still unresolved. And that got to be replenished. Man, we going to have to, I don't know what the solution is, but it can't just be like that. That's a situation they had tons of foreknowledge for and allowed to carry on to fruition anyway. All the way to this point now with my sustainability. And see, that's the thing. I talked about this before my life looked anything like it did today. And you gotta understand, I'm making these recordings and I'm reporting the situation to the whole public. As well as the structures, anybody else who hear me. So it's you gotta understand that some of these recordings, if you look at my time dates, it lines up perfectly, with my, with everything else. And it tells you the situation. This all totally different, separate circumstances where this thing is happening with the presence, the illegal, or the arbitrarily informal presence of the structures. Simultaneous to a crime of larceny/murder that artists were performing. You feel me? That's the situation. So all of this is happening and simultaneous to arbitrary structural, presence. By structures, like capital and those people like that. It's just facts. My life. What else I'm gonna talk about? And so this been happening long before, you feel me? My life ever took a turn in that direction. You feel me? And so this was crazy, man. And so this is all happening because I'm talented. And it's people that want to be seen as the best. And they know if they took the shackles off me, you feel me? Then they'll know the world will see for themselves. What I'm made of artistically. You feel me? And they keep trying to keep me in and put me in positions to control me. And it's crazy because Melissa's work with artists, to accomplish that same very result. Which is weird, because now the influential figure's been already exposed. But yet, the same agenda that the artist had on the life of Elijah, from the beginning, you got structures still carrying on, actions or inactions that would result in the same, that same set of circumstances for that person's life anyway. So it's the structures are picking up off what artists was already trying to do since 94. The structures are facilitating that through every phase. So, and even right now, I get interactions and communications, in various ways, that I don't even want. With influential things, I'm not cool with. And that's been the thing. And it happened with the structures knowledge. The structures and those testified against. Simultaneous, harken to my life. And it's not hard to see where, a person's creativity could be stunted. With something like that. And that's used as an excuse to say that what you already created, not yours. When they sat there and watch you create it. Feel me? Consistently every day. So it's a collusion between injustice, corrupt govs and structures, and militias that's interests are in their favorite artists. So they're on a mission being paid, by celebs. They're already trying to larceny and steal my identity and ideas that I thought of artistically. So everybody knew I'd never been paid off of art in my whole life. So you see, I would never owe nobody anything. But yet you got influential figures that have been paid off of art. You feel me? Been paid off of ideas I thought of. You feel me? And they owe me. And nobody's even addressing that or saying anything about it. Technically, I don't want their money though. You feel me? But I've never been paid off of art ever. In my whole life. So think about what the structures, collusion with the militias / the injustices / the jealous artists. Think about what they're really trying to accomplish here. You feel me? By attacking my sustainability or my well-being, my livelihoods, you know what I'm saying? And so that tells you every year that it happens, they're trying to kill me. You know what I'm saying? Every year that it happens, they're trying to kill me. That's a completed murder. Every time it happens after 2017. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever profession I was doing. After the structure were personally informed, you know what I'm saying, or notified, as with the public, the general public, you know what I'm saying, everything that happened after that, and anytime I was subjected to any circumstance that would put my life at risk or in further damages, considering the circumstances that were already, you know what I'm saying, clarified, you know, to the structures and to whom it concerned regarding certain situations, homeland security, you know what I'm saying, a situation like that, then I mean, that's on the hands of the structure that was on purpose. And plus, I'm a witness, so it's things I've witnessed that confirm that reality. But I mean, nonetheless, man, so, you know, all of this attack, my point is, me being Elias, you know, me being Elijah since 94, you know, / with the attack my life been under with the beast, you know what I'm saying, and the dragon, you know what I'm saying, also it's connected to the attack that was on Victorious, you feel me, when I came out with that later, which was a solo, unrelated situation. It was a display brand of you know, brands, you know, things that was founded in, you know, in God originally, you know, inspired by, you know, something of God, concepts of God and stuff, you know, that people might have previously did not know or understand. And then, you know, the attack I got under that was mainstream because the devil was using some, you know, that was mainstream, I guess, to attack me, you know what I'm saying, because they felt slighted because I guess, you know, they was interested in something that ideas I thought of before they did, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, if the brand not the Lord's, then why didn't they have something like that, you know what I'm saying, already in existence, exactly like that before I put it up? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I mean, if the brand wasn't the Lord's, then why, if the brand was theirs and not the Lord's, then why did they not have something like that or have that exact thing already in existence before I put it up? Feel me? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just common sense stuff. Like, okay, if that's them, then why didn't they have anything like that ever until I put it up? Example. I mean, it's common sense. Feel me? But it's saying it's them, then why don't they have anything that's that? Why don't they have anything that sound like that already? If that's them. Common sense. You feel me? So you see satanic cults are choosingly, blatantly lying on God, you know what I'm saying, for their own interests and benefits. You feel me? A premeditated agenda, just like the slander and the character attacks and the lies and all that was a part of the same situation since 1994. You feel me? They set everything up on purpose against Christ. You know what I'm saying? They set it all up on purpose against Elijah. You know what I'm saying? Against God. You know what I'm saying? This was a strategic situation. So, I mean, I'm unintimidated and not afraid, you know what I'm saying, of the danger that I be in for doing nothing but existing. You know what I'm saying? It's been the same situation since 1994.